Welcome back. Part 2. She's still here.
My body is here.
Okay, all right.
My body is here.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna tell you what comes to my mind. Okay. I think we've touched on this, before, but I noticed particularly on TikTok, Instagram, Facebook, and all of this stuff. You have a lot of women now are speaking or educating women on what they need to do to, attract and or keep, a man, which sounds like a bunch of pandering, because you see all of these guys, they're like, yeah, listen to what she said, yeah, she did that. And only thing I'm saying is, I only think that those things are true if that is what that particular guy is looking for. Like, I don't think all men, care about the same things, just like all women do. Like, we're not in the 1940s. Like, nobody's going to be, like, I love to cook, so I'll cook every day, not because I'm trying to hold on to somebody, but because I just like to cook. But there's men that cook, they don't care about that, so they're not seeking that, and so that's not on their checklist. But,
correct. But the one thing that is on their checklist is sex. You
Right.
can. I don't care. You can. I don't care how you look at that.
I'm not disputing that, but
That is on there. That's on every man's checklist.
right. I know that they have these pills out here. Now, the guys that I've talked to that have used the pill, they're not fans because they can tell it's not a natural erection. It just don't hit like the same way for them.
Oh, you talking about the pill? I thought you were talking about the red pill, but you talking about the other red pill,
right?
The one that Shannon talk about.
Yeah, so I think that with that, being said, nobody's out here over the age of 45 that's slinging it like they did when they were 20 and 25.
Speak for yourself.
But they talk about it like you talk about it, right? I mean, because no guy can, screw all night at age, 60.
Well, he really don't want to.
No, but he will go into the super criteria. He's looking for a woman that's gonna put it down every night and all of this. I mean, come on, bro. You're 60. You hadn't been to the doctor. You don't even know what's going on with your blood. You don't. I mean, just stop it already. But they really go on a campaign, and they buy into this world that they create for themselves, and it doesn't exist. It's just not grounded in reality.
So it's delusion, right?
I just don't think it's grounded in reality.
Okay, so that would be the same as someone else looking for a unicorn.
Whatever it is that causes you not to be grounded in, reality. Like when I hear women say, "Oh, I want a man like Russell Wilson. Look what he does for Cigar. He's in the top 2% of earners in the world."
Not only that, he got a small unicorn. He got you ain't gonna find him no more. He's done. What? That's the only one.
Yeah, but still, to this day, you still have women that, I'm talking about on just regular streets of Atlanta, that go to work at Publix, and I'm not down in work wherever you work, but they're holding out for this guy like Russell Wilson, and want to be treated like Russell Wilson has the money to shut down Waffle House if his wife wants a waffle.
Yeah.
But don't compare yourself to the celebrity world and lifestyle and stuff like that. That's just not grounded in reality, in my opinion.
Well, I think that.
Or am I tripping?
No, you actually on it, and I think delusion is on both ways, because just as you have delusion on the Y chromosome, you got delusion on the X chromosome also. And so what happens is that I say this. I say for a man, and I want people to comment to this. When a man hits 38 to 45, and listen to, hear me out. When a man hits 38 to 45, those are delusional years for him. That's when he is trying to hold on to his vitality, whatever, you know what I'm saying? He's trying to hold on to it. And he's trying to hold on to his hair. He's trying to hold on to his youth. You know, he done got a little pot belly. He's trying to go back to the gym, and he don't realize now that every time that he hurts, he does something, it's going to take 2 or 3 minutes, 2 or 3 days for him to recover from it. And I think that you have to be in a position to understand, okay, I'm going through this transaction or this transition mentally. Why am I going through it? You know, do I need a hug? You know, what is it that I'm holding on to that is stopping me from going to the next level of my life?
Okay, well, I'm going to ask a question. And I don't want guesstimations. I want to know specifics, okay? What changes happen in your body as you age and your sperm count decrease?
Well, your testosterone is the first thing.
You know, because most men really don't concretely know. And it's just like with us, when it comes to menopause, it's going to be different for every woman.
Right.
You know, but women, we can tell you from A to Z all the things that are happening, what's going on, and the why, and all those kinds of things. And to your point, they get so, I think men go so deep into the vanity aspect. You know, that's why you see them in there spraying on beards and getting man units or head units, or whatever they're called. Instead of just saying, why is this happening? And go get the blood work done. And then blood is only based, checking your blood is based on, what's happening, bro? You too. You know, it's what you're looking for. It's just like a drug test. Like, if they ain't looking for cocaine, they ain't gonna see the cocaine.
Correct.
And so, you know, what are the mineral levels in my blood? You know, like what is it really? What is it supposed to be? Because all of it has the effect.
Yeah. What's your A1C? You know, do you have any diseases? You got to get checked out. You know, you got to get checked out. And you know, I try to tell people, you know, listen, one of the worst things for a man that they want to try to go in and do is when they got to get their prostate checked. And when they get your prostate checked, it's something that you got to do. Right. I don't understand why.
It can make the difference saving your life.
Correct. And I don't understand why guys will sit back and, you know, you go out and pay insurance every pay period and don't utilize it.
Well, you know, James, it's no different for a woman. You still have to be comfortable with something going in your ass. I mean,
but you also got to. It
doesn't matter what it is. I mean, you know, nobody's just gun ho like, oh yeah, put it in there, check it out. Like, you know, I mean, let's just be real here. And I don't care what your lifestyle is. You still, I mean, even if you are into that lifestyle, there still was a point where you still had to, you know, wrap your brain around, okay, something's going in my ass. Not everybody's just jumping up on the table and elbows down, ass up, James.
Well, no, what I'm trying to say.
You telling me you did that, James?
No, I didn't do that. I didn't do that at all. But one thing that I had,
James, listen.
James,
listen to
listen.
If you did it,
I had you got to get the film, you got to get the camera, you got to get that. You got to get the go light.
James?
Yes.
You jumped up on the
hell
table,
no.
elbows down. Okay.
No.
Okay.
No. But what I'm talking about, I'm not even talking about that. I'm talking about colonoscopy. You got to go out and get yourself checked. You got to go out and get at a certain age. You got to go out there and you got to get yourself checked.
Right, but see, what I want women to do, and I know I might get the business for this, but start saying, fine if you want a guy like Russell Wilson, but talk about the fact that Russell Wilson, he does spend, like LeBron, over $1 million on his body and what he's putting in it and all of that, and bring it down to your level. Like, you should want to deal with the healthiest person that you can, mentally, emotionally, every aspect, spiritually, financially, and healthy is at your level, at your level.
Okay.
Like, get in reality of you and your world and your situation, and stop asking for things that you're not even bringing to the table, man or woman. Like, that's just not grounded in reality.
This is where it becomes delusional. The craziest thing that I saw last week, and I saw this on TikTok, I saw a filter that will rate you from taking your picture. So, young lady's on there, she got the thing going, and the little numbers are going up. And when the numbers stop, she looks shocked. She looks shocked. You want to know why? Because it said 3.
Was she a 3, James, in your opinion? Based on what you could see. I guess just going on her face, she was...
If you going on certain features, it was pretty accurate. It was pretty accurate.
Did you leave a comment saying?
No, I couldn't. Because her face alone showed the disappointment, and I didn't want to. Hey, you're right.
But see, there's the reality is there's a guy out there that, and this comes the problem, because I know you're upset with 5s behaving like they're 10s. But it's because there's some guy or a couple of guys somewhere that's giving them 10 behavior.
You want to know why? Because it's sex. Okay. And that's the difference between the two, because...
So you're saying a less attractive woman works harder in the bedroom?
No. I didn't say that. What I'm saying is that if both of you guys are around the same, number, if both of you guys are around the same number, you are not, how should I say this? You want something that you haven't done the necessary things that you need to do to even be in that type of situation.
I know, but James, most men will take a 3 face if she got a 10 body.
Yeah, and they'll have sex with her.
And a 20 personality and a positive attitude, they will be like, No?
They will.
Richard?
They will.
I'm asking Wikipedia. Is that true?
It depends. What are you using them for? Is it just sex?
Oh my God! He said it depends on what you're using them for.
Yeah. Listen.
So I'm saying a woman, a 3 with the face, 10 with the body, 20 personality, 20 on attitude. She got all her shit together. Because her face is a 3, she's not a keeper. I'm asking.
No.
See, because that's the reality.
That is, and you're so right. Yeah. That is the reality, because at the end of the day, if you get someone that gels with you, if you get someone that works with you,
Wikipedia say that's a tough one.
Yeah, but if you get someone that works with you, gels with you, supports you, all that type of thing, you got to put that into the equation.
You got to can.
Yeah, you got, because might not be the most attractive, but every other attribute she covers. And at the end of the day, men are
So now we're talking about maturity.
Yeah, well, I mean, all of it is about maturity.
You know,
I mean, the reality of all of it is about maturity.
Okay, you know, this may not be the ultimate face that I want, but, you know, she got 5 stars everywhere else. You know, I honestly, I don't rate myself, and I'm not going to solicit for someone to give me a rating. I just say, you know, I'm not going to win or lose any beauty contest. That's my position. I am attracted to whoever finds me attractive.
Yeah.
That's it.
And that's really the reality of it.
But
because you got to love who loves you.
Let me finish. There's a big but.
Okay.
But I be damned. A guy better not be rolling in on a 3 telling me that I'm a goddamn 2, okay? Okay? Like, you know, please don't do that, because I'm going to have to come out my bag.
Okay, so what if you are a 2?
To the 3?
Yeah.
What's the difference between 2 and 3?
He might be fit. You might be like Emmitt Smith.
A lazy eye?
Yeah.
A lazy eye?
He might have one toe that's pigeon-toed. The other one's sloop foot.
Well, no, we were talking about the face. And
Okay.
I'm saying a 3 face ain't got room to be saying nothing about a 2 or a 1 face.
Well, you know, a man with a 3 face, he has other attributes that he can go to that will make him a 10.
That's what I'm telling you. It's the other variables.
Yeah.
And that's what I previously asked you all about. Okay,
Yeah.
well, what if but I'm saying, because you kind of know how I am, I don't give a damn what attributes you got. If you facially are a 3, you better not be trying to tell me that I'm a 2, because most of the time when somebody's rating you as a 2 or 3 or whatever, it's because of the attributes, the other attributes that they think that they have, or that they might actually have.
Okay.
Well, you know, I'm making $175,000 a year, so I get to tell you that you are a 2, but everything else about you except for your money is a 3.
Correct. Or maybe a 1.
And that's where I'm
or maybe a 1.
And that's where I'm gonna cuss your ass out. That's the only thing that I'm saying.
But no, and that's fine, because that's the money is not the important thing for you. But for some people, money is a very important attribute that you must have. When you have a female that says, "I'm not going to mess with you if you make less than $100,000," that's a choice. Now,
newsflash, women, it doesn't matter how much money a man makes, it's not yours. Go ahead.
Absolutely. The thing about it is that we have to understand that if a man, if 80% of females are looking for 10% of the men, the 10% men that has that income, they living life good right now.
Well, my father told me it's not if a man is broke, it's why is he broke. Because he might have took his last few thousand to put in a multi-million-dollar idea, and he's just waiting on the rain.
Waiting for the
yeah. You know, so it's about really peeling back the layers and understanding, you know, how did you get here? I mean, because we've all had it happen. Job loss. You ain't even got to lose your job. You can change jobs. You know, sometimes the job, you know, come in and say, "Oh, man, we're taking $10,000 of your money, and we're going to give it back. You just got to do some budget control or whatever." But that changes your lifestyle.
Another thing that changed your lifestyle, all these folks that's getting laid off.
Yeah.
That changed your lifestyle, because what you're looking at is if you're making 150, 170 grand because you've been with the company for 20, 25, 30 years, now what's going to happen is that if you're not able to go into early retirement, you're going to have to go out there and try to find another job. And what job is going to pay you off the rip?
Well,
that kind of money.
Well, especially there's some professions that if they can get the young folks coming out of school for cheaper, your ass is grass.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, they're going to try it. And even if they might crash and burn, get a couple of lawsuits, and then they'll say, okay, we're going to have to get some more experience in here. Yeah, but if they get the sharp one that's young and hungry and, as they say, teachable and coachable, they're not going to take you with all your experience because they can get that
cheaper.
Get it cheaper. Yeah.
You know, that's the way of the world.
But it still goes back to, you know, the why. You know, the why. You know, if a guy is broke because he can't keep a job because every time he gets a job, he don't like this person, so he quits. You know, shit like that.
But that's an emotional man,
It's
though.
like, come on.
But that's an emotional man. If a man is quitting because of somebody at the job, that's an emotional man. You know, because a man understands and realizes that, hey, I gotta have a job.
You know, he understands that we're not really here. It's great if you like and get along with all of your coworkers. That's la la land.
Yeah, but that's not.
But that's why I told you this years ago. I wish everybody could have played team sports because sports teaches you.
Yep.
You ain't gotta like one another.
But you got one common goal.
You got one common goal. Go set the screen or make the block or do whatever you got to do for the common goal. If you buy into the common goal.
We ain't got to hang out after the game.
Right. In the workplace, the common goal is supposed to be, you know, your mission and your vision statement. It's supposed to be. And if you focus on that versus liking and all of that kind of stuff, you know, because there are women the same way. Oh, I didn't like her, and so I quit.
Yeah, but see, the thing about it is that you see a lot of that in corporate America. You see a lot of that. You know, you come into an office and then, you know, you're sitting there and, you know, they don't know what kind of day you've had today. You could have had a bad day, started off bad. And you come in because you might not speak to someone. Oh, you can't speak? Baby, you don't know what I've gone through today, this morning.
I'll give you a case in point. You know, my mother passed in January, and I went to the grocery store. This was maybe a couple of weeks after, and this guy says, "Hey, pretty lady, you're too pretty not to be smiling." And before I knew it, I said, you know what, fuck you. My mother died. I ain't got shit to smile about. And then he was like, oh my God, you know, I'm sorry. But it's to your point. You just never know, the why. Now, some would say, oh, Reem, you were too rough. He didn't know this, that, and the other. And I know he didn't know. And he apologized. And I ended up apologizing. I said, man, I'm just in that space or whatever. But I don't think it's somebody's business to be running around telling people they should smile, because see, that's a stigma, particularly that women of color have.
Wow.
You know, that, well, you have a stigma because whomever decides to put that stigma on you, you know, you shouldn't be, you know, why you got that look on your face without knowing the why. Hold on for the why.
Okay.
And then let them tell you, you know, the why, because you might agree with the why.
I get it.
You know.
But if you have a person, if I saw you on the street and I see you frowning, you know, most men that see women as a beautiful object, they don't want them to walk around and have that kind of look on their face. So whatever it is that you got going on. Well, they need to not
look at it as an object and look at it as a human being, because the human being is going to have all kind of looks on.
Though. I would care if I walk around and say, Raymond, why you're a beautiful lady. Why are you not smiling? That shouldn't be offensive to the point whereas I'm just trying to have a conversation with you. I'm not trying. I ain't trying to get your number. I'm just saying.
I just think that we should just leave all the beauty and shit out of it and just say.
But that's what men look at.
You're asking me a question and I'm answering it. leave all of that off the table, because if you think that she's beautiful, now, women, am I wrong? Just say, hello, how are you? Most of the time, oh, we're going to tell you. Because if that guy had said, hey, pretty lady, how you doing? He would have got a different response. Because some people did. And I said, not too well. I lost my mother. And then they say, oh, I can identify. I don't know how you feel, but I lost my mother. It'll get better, blah, 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 or whatever. And then, because sometimes, depending on what you're going through, like if you just been diagnosed with cancer or something, you might be beautiful, but you ain't feeling like it.
Correct.
The person don't know that. I get it. That's why the safest thing to do is just say hello and see where that, takes you.
Okay. So.
But don't tell me because you're too pretty to not be smiling.
The person trying to give you a compliment.
I just give the compliment, because as a mental health professional, I know that people are not supposed to be walking around smiling. There's people walk around smiling all damn day long. Yeah, but ain't nobody at home, James.
It's a lot of that. But at the end of the day, you got to find a little bit of piece of happiness. If people are showing you a level of caring, concern, don't turn it into a negative situation. That's all I'm saying. If it doesn't matter whether or not it was a female walking around. If I see a homeboy of mine, he walking around and he got this smart. You all right, man? You good?
You are too beautiful to not be smiling.
Okay.
Listen to it. You are too beautiful not to be smiling.
So basically, he needs to come up with a different way of trying to open up a conversation with you instead of using that. So if he would have came by and said, "Excuse me, ma'am, I'm not trying to be intrusive. I see you here, and I would like to know if there's anything that we can have a conversation about, whereas we can get opportunity to learn one another a little bit better. I'm willing to put the information and time in to learn, and you get opportunity to learn me."
Yeah, and I'll say timing is everything, and now is not the right time. I just lost my mother. I cannot receive anything that you're saying.
But the one thing I can sit here and tell you about Atlanta, and I got plenty of guys that can vouch on this. You might see somebody one day at a Publix, and you'll never see them again.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So if a person is trying to grasp hope, of opportunity to meet someone that they find attractive and that they want to talk to, they're gonna be aggressive and go after it. Because once again, they don't know what's going on with you.
Well, we talked about this before. I believe, it's just my personal point of view. It may not be worth a hill of beans. I told you this. In my opinion, only a fool would be running around talking about how many options they have, or not engaging because they have options or whatever. Because most people would prefer to be a priority.
But women have always had the option.
No, I think everybody has options.
No, everybody don't have options.
No, everybody has options because
everybody don't have options.
They do. It may not be
what they want, but
yeah, that's the option though. See, because I told you, with me, everything's about the variable. If we're talking about just merely options, everybody has options. Now, everybody don't have a stack of Beyoncés and Angela Bassett's and blah 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 blah. I do think that they're attractive women. Everybody don't have those options per se.
Correct.
But at their level, they have some options. They don't look at them because it's not the option that they want, but it's an option.
Yeah, I think everybody has a type.
My brother said it best. Just because they're in a wheelchair don't mean that they can't get down. You might have to just pick them up and lay them down and put them in position, but You know.
Now that brings up a funny story. So, a buddy of mine back in the day, back when we used to go up to the other spot, Select, and he used to come up there, and you know, we go to a spot, and everybody's in there, and all of a sudden, people just started separating, and come to find out, he walked in, he was out, he's smiling, and you know, he had a little person with him. And one guy hauled off and said, hey man, you know, isn't it like being with a kid? And he was like, no, they are full functioning adults. And I was like,
But he was with a midget or a dwarf?
He was with a little person, yes. I don't think they were like they would call that, but you know, I think that, yeah, and you know, and it was just everybody got their own little hang up.
Like I said, everybody has an option. His option is 4, 10, and below. You know.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, there were some short guys out there. I don't doubt that they carried the big knife. You know.
They carried a what?
I think I know one. They carried a big knife.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, the cutting knife.
Yeah, the stabbing device.
Yeah, I got you.
We'll call it that.
Yeah. But I tell you what we're gonna do is we're gonna sit back and enjoy the rest of the cigar. Your bull, my hand roll. What you smoking on?
Well, the Gloria Cabana Classic.
Okay.
The La Gloria Cabana Classic.
Yeah.
Okay, bringing pleasure to the palate.
That's what it is about. We have sit back and enjoyed. Hey, y'all send donations so she can get her room. Please send a donation so
We've
she can get
talked
her
about
room.
this before. James gets upset because I put my cigar in my mouth. You see, he's getting ready to put his cigar in his mouth.
I don't have the sound bites. I don't do the sound bites.
Well, you're not comfortable enough in your skin. You already told me you were down on your elbows on the examination table getting your prostate checked. I mean, what the fuck is putting a cigar in your fucking mouth? Fingers in your ass, cigar in your mouth. I mean, exploit is an exploit.
Oh my God. Listen. Send help. Send help. Because I don't even know what else to say off of that. But hey, still get yourself checked.
Elbows down and ass up.
Yeah. Anyway, we've enjoyed having our conversation with you guys. You know, like, comment, subscribe, join, you know, hopscotch, red light, green light, whatever it takes. You know what I'm saying?
And I'm going to leave you with this. Stay in your lane. It's a smoother ride, and you'll have a whole lot more fun. Stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane. Smoke well, my friends. Hey. Where you coming from? Sportsadelic. We gonna
Sportsadelic
on
YouTube. Like, subscribe, share, comment. Sportsadelic, where we discuss stats and facts. We don't care about your opinion.
And here we got Lifestyle of the Leaf and Famous. Where we talk about, that's right, we talk about lifestyle chronicles. We talk about everything that revolves around the cigars. You know, conversations that we have in the cigar shop. The views that we have at the cigar shop. We solve a lot of problems in those situations, in those arenas. So, you know, we're just going to continue to keep bringing information to you. You know what I'm saying?
But if you want to meet me and see if I really look this good, Friday nights I'll be at 398 Auburn Avenue, Havana.
Cigars. Holla.